Okay, yes, it is possible to collect partial submissions when someone fills out a form and goes to book a call or whatever, book an appointment, but they don't actually end up booking. You can process that and send yourself a notification or a text and be like, hey, I want your money, book a call. So I'm going to show you how it works. Let's go ahead and just copy this scheduling link, right? So we're going to share this with a customer. And in this scenario, I'm actually the customer because it's a demo, obviously. And I'll put in some information. So I'll put in my name, my phone, and this needs to be a real number. And then we'll put in an email. And I'll consent. And this is the first step of the booking process. And when I hit continue, now we go to the booking page. And you can see the information's already saved. I don't have to fill this in again. And you know what? I'm looking at this and I'm not sure. I have an objection. I'm just not sure about if I want to book with this company. I'm just going to close out of this and this one as well. And I'm just going to, but you can see, and I'm trying to block out as much personal information as I can. Actually, it's my other customers, but we can see incomplete form submission. Hey, not to be creepy or anything, but you were going to book an appointment and you didn't. I really want your money. Obviously this isn't what it's going to say. It's going to say something like, hey, did you have any questions before you booked? Or you can send yourself a notification and remember to call them and just address those objections. So in this video, I'm going to explain how you can set this up. And side note, I was working on setting this up with like custom code, but it turns out it was going to be a massive pain in the ass. Basically, you need to catch every event when someone like updates the form on the booking page and then like save that to a database and, check if they last updated the form and like do a bunch of server-side logic. It was just going to be a pain in the ass. But with this, it's all native. You don't have to pay anything extra, and it works. It works honestly fucking amazing. But one thing before I show you how to do this is with great power comes great responsibility, because you might want to know, at least the people on Hacker News, which these are some weirdos, not gonna lie, but they are not a fan of these incomplete submissions. Tally.so is a form product that I use that lets you capture partial submissions, but they don't even let you wire it up to an automation or a webhook because it's kind of creepy. On that high level form, you just hit continue to schedule the appointment, but it actually saves that form submission. So it is a little bit slimy, but I know that you high level users, you're happy to put a script on your website that reads the user's IP address whenever they go to your website, goes to a data broker, says, hey, who do you have by this IP address? Can I get their phone and their email even though they didn't opt in? And you're happy to solicit them and act like that's an opt-in. So I'm not going to pretend, that you're above this, but I just wanted to make you aware. So without further ado, here's how you do it. So you're going to need, first of all, a form. And it's going to be super basic, whatever you actually put on your calendar booking form. And you can just call it whatever. But in this case, I just created a default form. It's first name, last name, phone, and email. And then you have this consent. I mean, knowing you would probably just hit this little X here. Just get rid of that. I mean, fuck it, dude. Maybe even this one as well. Fuck it. And you actually don't need this button because it's going to save on the calendar when you submit it. So that's really all you need, is just a little bit of info about that person. And then we're going to set up 2 workflows. And this is really the magic, I suppose. So first of all, we have form submitted. So this fires whenever that form that we just created is submitted. So you can see I've selected that same form as the workflow trigger. And then we're going to wait in the neighborhood of 30 minutes to 2 hours. It's really up to your preference, and you might need to play around with this. I don't know exactly what's going to work best. But in this case, I have it wired for 15 seconds for the demo. But I would start out with maybe 45 or 30 minutes, just to kind of see like how you feel and how you like it. And then once that wait is done, then you can send your message or send yourself a notification about what happened when the form is submitted, about what happened when they didn't actually end up booking. And the way we know that is we have a second workflow which fires when a booking is complete in the calendar that this form is hooked up to. So this is that calendar that we were booking on, and we can see whenever a customer books an appointment, we remove them from that first workflow so that they're no longer going to get the incomplete booking text. And then you can do whatever you want. You know, you can send your confirmation to them like, hey, thanks for booking an appointment. And the last step is if you go to calendars, you're just going to configure your calendar. So you're going to go edit, and under forms and payment, you just need to make sure, basically select your form, and then move the form up to be step 1. And that's really it. Hit save. And now whenever someone goes to that link, they're going to see the form first. They're going to fill out the form. It's going to fire those workflows. And then if they actually book, it'll remove them from it. And you get the idea. It's really not rocket science, but I didn't even think this was possible, or I didn't really think about doing this, but it's absolutely possible. Just remember these people on Hacker News who are really not fans of this, and just know that some of your customers may be sensitive, maybe extremely sensitive, and I think there's been some lawsuits regarded to doing stuff like this. So I would be a little bit careful about this type of stuff. But yeah, anyways, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed, and subscribe for more excellent high-level content.